What's up, YouTube? This is Mr. Dark H28 here once again with another video. Now, I know I said maybe after Thanksgiving and everything, but I just realized I had to do just a response to my friend and YouTuber WSP or William Perez, who recently just did this video, and it's regarding WWE, everything like that. And first off, I just want to say, me and him have been friends since, elementary school, since like kindergarten and everything. So I just want to throw that out right now. So me and him were friends in kindergarten, and me and him were both big and huge fans of WWE when it was still known as WWF. And so, you have people like The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind, people like Triple H and Bret Hart. And all. We grew up watching those type of guys. And then at the same time, you also had like WCW with the likes of Lex Luger, Kevin Nash, Scott Hall. Big people like those, and then the fact that they were signing WWE talent stars over there made it, at the time dominant. So, yeah. And I just want to say, we were like molded into the fact that we had like so many options for us to watch from. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if you ever watched ECW, because that was like the thing I used to watch. Like my dad would watch, and then he got me involved, and then and then it just went on from there. And like I said, my other video, I think it was one of the last shows before they wanted, actually shutting down, was that the fact that actually my dad actually got me backstage, and he, introduced me to he convinced somebody back there to let me hold the title, the ECW heavyweight title, the world heavyweight title, around my waist, so I could take a picture with it in the locker room area. And I don't have it as my my actual profile picture, but I did just recently take it down. In fact, not this a few hours ago, but yeah. And it's like me as a little kid, and I have it, around my waist. I think it's like one of like the best things that ever happened to me. But yeah. So I just want to say that I kind of feel bad that you can't really watch WWE anymore. I mean, I personally tell them every day or every Monday, oh, WWE's on right now. What a coincidence. Probably talking about last night's Survivor Series, which was kind of disappointing. I thought I would expect better, but for one of its main pay-per-views, it kind of really disappointed, for a few reasons. Because it wasn't like it didn't feel like Survivor Series to me for some odd reason. I mean, the match was kind of slow, and everything. It just didn't feel right. I don't know how to really put it anymore. So I just think they could have done a little bit better. I personally believe it's the creative team of this whole thing that's not really doing a good job. I mean, let's just face it. It's not. It's no real. When I watch WWE now, it's not any real competition going on. It's just nothing but like stories, and anybody could go watch stories or like watch the news or anything like that, or read a book or something like that. That's a story, but it's just that it's not the same. Now, if I was like the general manager or like the creative director of like WWE, what I would do is I would have somebody come out and start saying how WWE is not used to be the same. Go to that whole situation. Then I would have a ring that has like four little like things that are like covered up. And so then now I would do is I would announce, say that, and besides and these then behind all these four covers are like items that have been forgotten that should be be brought back as a way to like motivate the current superstars to work harder and give you the money's worth that the WWE fans needs. So then the first one that got the person on covers is the light heavyweight championship. And the reason why I say the light heavyweight championship is because with that title, it'll motivate people like Dolph Ziggler or Kofi Kingston or just people just people like even Ryback maybe just to motivate them to get the titles. So that way in the future when they go to get like for Ryback example in the future where he really deserves it instead of getting it early. He has the experience of being a heavyweight champion, so that'll give him the confidence booster. Okay, I was the light heavyweight champion, so I can get the WWE championship, or I can get the World Heavyweight Championship. So that way it'll boost them up. So that way it'll be more competition to bring in. And plus, with the addition of some NXT stars they can bring in, as well as some other higher talent, that could really bring them in. And speaking of some higher talent, like people like Xavier Woods would fit into the next belt that I was about to reveal, which is the Cruiserweight title, because Xavier Woods demonstrated some good skill on Raw. And with that skill, that can motivate him to become the Cruiserweight Championship. Hey, hold a Cruiserweight Championship tournament, on one of the pay-per-views or something like that, or just have it like on every Monday and Friday to that kind of motivate it up. So by the time like that pay-per-view comes up, like say for example Survivor Series, you would have had like a final to determine who it could be the next Cruiserweight champion. I think it should be Rey Mysterio, but because he had the Cruiserweight title back when he was in WWE, and back when he was in WCW. So I think he's the ideal person to fit it, and then then he'll lose it and then give it to people like Sin Cara and like Xavier Woods, and then Evan Bourne. I heard Evan Bourne was back in NXT. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. People like Kofi Kingston can have it, and that'll be a good thing. Then he'll reveal the next he'll reveal the last two, but the thing is, instead of it being separate belts, they're the tag team belts for SmackDown. Now, the reason why I say this is because it's easier this way. Instead of having like everybody trying to get one tag team title, you can have one group get the Raw titles, and then you go on and have SmackDown. You have another group of people to go get the titles, the SmackDown titles. That way, it'll be much more. It'll add on to more pay-per-view matches. Instead of just having one tag team, you have like two tag team matches, maybe, or even maybe have a tag team unification match for the unifying the belts. And I think that'll be good. That's just Randy Orton, monologuing about how he's the greatest, blah blah blah, whatever. Like I said, this is number story, and I get kind of tired of it, but whatever. I've been here with WWE this far. Although I haven't watched WWE for like quite some time, but that's a whole different story. But anyway, and then with the SmackDown tag titles, that'll be good because you have one group, 7 people on SmackDown trying to get the SmackDown tag team titles, and the people from Raw to get the tag team titles. Speaking of the tag titles for Raw, I'm not really digging the look for that. I mean, I think that's I think the whole point of it was to give that retro look to it, but I think it's not really cutting out to people. I mean, most people are saying that, it looks like, a future Penny with like gladiators on, just a futurized Penny, or it is a Penny, and I'm not really digging that, and I really think they should change it, change it so that way not only it'll look good, but it'll like kind of like motivate people to like get the title, and bring some prestige back to the tag teams division. So I just think, by having separate tag team belts on like each brand, that way it could be more pay-per-view matches. Not only just the tag team, but just the cruiserweight and light heavyweight title. I think they will probably should bring back the European title and just put it on people, like probably give it to I would give it to either like Drew McIntyre if he ever breaks away from 3MB. Thank God. I mean, not thank God. Oh God, that he needs to break away. I mean, he's the only one out of the group I could really respect as a wrestler, because I think his correct me if I'm wrong here, his chosen one heel persona was like his best one, and like I kind of respected that more because he has that attitude, like, yeah, I want to win, I want to do anything that's necessary to win, So I believe like by putting like the European champion like Drew McIntyre or like Sheamus would be good, because they are from Europe. That'll give some promotion out there. And just kind of motivate that. Like I'm saying, we need more titles up in there. I would say hardcore, but it's the PG era now, so the hardcore could stay where it's at. What's another title they can bring back? Another title they could bring back. I guess that's about it. I mean, I think those 3 or 4 titles they can bring back, maybe 5. If I'm mistaken. Yeah, light heavyweight, cruiserweight, the tag titles, and the European belt. They can bring back. Those 5 titles could be crucial to WWE's ratings, and that it could actually get more people watching. So that way, when it comes pay-per-view time, they have plenty of matches, and the ratings can go like freaking sky high. So that's my idea. If I was like general GM or like creative director or creative writing for the whole thing with the storylines and everything, just kind of break the rules. Not break the rules, but just break the ground, and just establish what WWE stands for. I mean, I think they took the middle W out, the wrestling part out of WWE, and just put WE, which is which is World Entertainment, which is not a good thing. I think without the wrestling, I think it'll be just nothing but a big opera show, which would be boring, which is what it feels like right now. But if they would have put the W in, like the wrestling in WWE, it'll be more dramatic. I mean, they're not in competition right now, so I don't understand why they're trying to turn themselves down a little bit. That, and plus, kids are watching, and whatever, and you got adults parents bringing their kids there, so. But it's just the simple fact that if they want to get people really on board, I think by bringing back those 5 titles, it'll make it better. And plus, you have more matches and more variety, and you're bringing in more talent this way. Oh yeah, and there was another one that they need to bring back, or they need to bring in, or bring back, which is the women's or divas tag team titles. I mean, that way it'll keep them occupied. I mean, AJ has to tell someone. I mean, I think they just need something to give off mine. I mean, and what better way for you to do it than to have all the Total Divas feud? I mean, they feud on TV. Why not have them feud against each other? That way they'll get, get them distracted. Sorry, they'll have them distracted, and then AJ won't have to worry about it. But then, what I would do is while they're distracted, AJ thinks she's safe because now she has Tamina and she don't have to worry about no one challenging for the title. But then she's wrong. That's when Layla comes out and turns face and challenges her for the Divas title, or Alicia Fox or Oksana or anybody else would turn on her or would challenge her for the women's title. So that way, you'll have more diversity in this whole thing. So I think that's what I believe is best for business. Now, Triple H or WWE, I don't know if you're gonna be watching this video or not, but I think you should really hire me because I got good ideas, and that way it'll be best for interest. So that's what I would do. And yeah, and and regarding this whole Undertaker thing, challenging Undertaker, having like random wrestlers challenging Undertaker for WrestleMania. I'm not really liking how they just having him come in within that a few months prior to WrestleMania. I think that's kind of like not not the standard of how I mean, Undertaker is good. I mean, he no doubtly he still has it without a shadow of a doubt. He's still good wrestling. He still got it. But I think just for him to come in, just for him to do like no holds bars matches for the streak and everything like that, I think it's. Here's the thing: they only have him come in for like those few weeks or so. Like they come in and have him on like every other week, and he doesn't have that much time for him to train prior to WrestleMania. So here's what I would do. Say for example, me, I want to challenge The Undertaker at a streak for WrestleMania. I want to build up on that. I'm the heel, I guess, and I have like the title, the World Heavyweight title, the WWE title, and I'm sitting there bragging about how like I'm the best. I'm the best wrestler. I'm done this. I made more remark than anybody ever did. And then I cut a promo about how I'm so good. Since I had the championship and everything, and I've beaten everybody I have. I want to challenge a legend, but not just any legend. One that's the best of what he does. One that's never been beaten or anything like that. And then that's when I say, I want to challenge The Undertaker for a streak for the title. And so now I think that way, I cut the promo, and then he comes out, then, he stares me dead in the face, and then he says, like, kid, you have some nerve to challenge me for my streak, but, since you're so eager, to rest in peace or something like that, then I'll accept the challenge. But I said, wait a minute. This won't be any challenge. This won't be your ordinary no holds bars or no Hell in a Cell. I want to take this over to the next level. I said I want to see you at the best of my character being a respectable heel character. I want to see you at the best of your ability, not just you going in and doing whatever at WrestleMania. I want to fight you like for real. I want to see you on the show fighting. And I said give the fans what they want to see. Whoever like that. So then he gives me that look like, this kid is serious, so he says fine, and that's when he comes out of nowhere, and then he picks me up, and then he chokeslams me, and then, he holds the belt in his hand, and he said, kid, at WrestleMania, I will get the WWE title from you, and then you will rest in peace, and the crowd goes wild, and then Michael Cole's like, oh my god, did you hear this? Did you hear this, guys? And then JB will be like, unbelievable, this is gonna be awesome. And we like, well, hey, have it, folks. One more review of WrestleMania, 30, for the streak, the title versus the streak, Undertaker versus Jarrell, or Undertaker versus, that's my real name, Undertaker versus Mr. Dark Age 28 for the title against the Streak. So, yeah, and then we build on up. Pay-per-view, I wound up, kind of cheating in a way. Like, I snuck a victory on him. He gets mad. Then, I brag about how I beat him, and then he says, no. There's a couple of Raws, or maybe a few Raws, or SmackDown. No, a few Raws. They challenged me for the belt. And he almost gets it, too, till, I managed to sneak in a victory, or, like, I have a manager or something like that. Let's just say I have a manager. And then, like, the manager comes out of nowhere and sneaks, like, a weapon, like a foreign object or something like that. And then I just crack him upside the head with a weapon, and then I throw it away, and then I quickly pin him. Stuff like that. Then I would just, from then, I'll just, it'll just keep going, like, some pay-per-views would be, like, title matches, of course, and then, like, other days, like, he'll beat me, but it'll be, like, non-title matches. But then again, I would rather have him, like, try to beat me once or twice for the title. Or, like, maybe I lose the title to somebody, but then I get it back. Just for the fact that, the general manager tried to rob me my title, so then I had to get it back. Because this is a storyline right here. I have to have the title at WrestleMania, otherwise it won't make sense for the Undertaker to beat me against the Streak for the title. So now I immediately get the title back from whoever has it. And then, like afterwards, we still continue the feud between me and Undertaker. So, I know I keep looking over there, but I don't know why. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. We get up to the point, Undertaker, I think it's around, like, December or something like that, if he doesn't beat me at TLC for the... No, he doesn't beat me at TLC for the title, because of interference, because it's two-letter term, there's no disqualification or anything like that. And then, and I tell him, I cut a promo saying that if you don't win the Royal Rumble, no, that wouldn't make sense. Wouldn't it make sense? Alright, here's how it goes one two ways. Let me know in the comments below. I cut a promo saying if you don't win the Royal Rumble, then you'll never get a title shot again. But if you do win the Royal Rumble, you get your title shot. But then Undertaker makes his own thing, saying that if I do win the Royal Rumble or stuff like that, not only do I go to WrestleMania Challenge to get the title back, but but you also have to say that that I'm the worst wrestler in the world, that I'm just that I'm just still a rookie, or that I'm an a-hole or something like that, something bizarre. So I said, fine, bring it on, I guess. And then he wins the Royal Rumble, and then whatever like that. Or the way I see it is him challenging me for the title again at the thing. I think, because what I want to do is I want to have a ladder. He's climbing the ladder. He's climbing rung by rung, trying to get there. Because it's been a while since he wrestled, so it's going to take him a long time. So he's climbing rung by rung, just trying to reach to the top. He loses the Royal Rumble. He gets eliminated at the Elimination Chamber. And no, I beat him at the Elimination Chamber. And then is there a pay-per-view in March? I don't remember. If there is, let me know in the comments below. But comes WrestleMania time right now. This is it. This is your or die moment. Everybody's watching. Cross the Road, WrestleMania 30, and the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. This is it. no holds barred. Me and him, you know. Then me and him are wrestling and everything like that, But here's the one part that I want to have. You know that little sequence in 2K14 where he like you try to do a finisher on him, or you tell him to do a finisher on him, but he just disappears, and then he appears right behind you. Like I'll just look around, and I'll turn around, and then he's right there, and then he just comes out of nowhere, and then just tees off of me. Like I'm getting the best of him, whatever I have. Like I have him outside the ring, just beating him up. But then I'll attempt to do like something off the announce table, but instead he reverses it and then hits me with the, like a choke slam or something off the announce table, or a tombstone on the top table, on the announce table. Then he'll pull me back in the ring. No, I hit him with something on the announce table. Then I roll him back in the ring because I think I got him. So now I'll pin him 1, 2. He kicks out. Then I get kind of frustrated, and then I just start teeing off on him and everything like that. Then he comes back and then he counters my move, and he counters. And that's when we start beating up again. Then I come out of nowhere with a blatant cheap shot while my manager is like distracting the referee. So then my manager stops. He stops distracting the referee. The referee knows that I'm having him pinned. No, referee comes turn around. Then I'm getting ready to set him up for my finisher. So that's my dog. He's whimpering. He's probably saw my mom and my sister come home. So what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to hit him with a finisher. I go to the finisher, but the next thing you know, the screen, everything just turns dark. It turns dark. Yeah, that's my mom. It turns dark. Then next thing you know, the lights come back on again. I turn around, I'm looking, and I back into him, and I turn around, look at him. Then he does his little thing. Then he chooses to apologize me. Then he goes for the pin. 1, 2, and then I kick out. That last instant, he's shocked. Then yeah. Is there a pause feature on here? No, probably not. But yeah, I just kick out. Then keep fighting. Me and him going back and forth. I'm hearing them, with every dirty trick in the book, chair shot him and everything like that. Then out comes Triple H, and he tries to interfere in the match. I try to pin him, but he kicks out. Triple H comes out, hits Undertaker with the pedigree. Then I take advantage by pinning him, but then he kicks out. Then I'm just shocked, and then that's I'm just still teeing off on him. Then he reverses my move. Then he tries to clothesline me outside, but then my manager has like some sort of like foreign object or something like that, and hits Undertaker. The referee saw that my manager used a web form object, and he bars my manager from ringside. So it's just only me and him. And then he's still wrestling, fighting, and everything like that. And then meanwhile, this is the good part. Everybody's watching backstage. Everybody's in the locker room or in the same locker room watching backstage. The match is getting like critical, and it's like almost reaching like its peak. And so then I take Undertaker to like the I have a table set up outside. I have him knocked down, and I set him a table outside. But then I go back in the ring, and then I went to go grab him, but then he grabs me by the neck. So then he throws me outside the ring, sets me up on the table. Then he comes out of nowhere and does the dive outside onto me and puts me through the table by using the dive. So then afterwards he goes in, but before he can do anything else, I taunt him for one last time, and then no, he tries to pin me, then I kick out, and then he tries to go for a tombstone power on, but then I reversed it, then I tombstone power on him, then I try to pin him, he kicks out, then I get real mad, then that's when I go in my corner, then I give him the corner finisher, which is, I call it I don't know, like the nightmare, I don't know, something nightmare, I don't know, I give him like a finisher or something like that. So then he kicks out of that, and then I get up, and I say to myself, there's no winning this. So now I try to fight in my last breath, and then what I would do is then I just get up, and then I'll try to hit him with a chair or a weapon or something like that. Then he grabs it, and then he shakes my head, and then he shakes his head. So then, so that's when I came on over and I like spit in his face, and then he gets like super mad. He cracks me upside the head with a chair. I'm sitting there, I'm stunned, like dizzy, and then he grabs me and gives me the 2-star power driver, and all you hear is 1, 2, 3, and then that's when the whole crowd is going wild, and then that's when he gets the title. And then, everybody's like, wow, what a good match. This was a great match and one of the best matches ever since, Triple H and everything like that. So this was a good match. So, this would be like the match to be talked about forever, blah, blah, blah. And so, and then the whole WWE locker room just comes out, we just sitting in line out because we're tired and we're beaten and we're broken. So, the whole locker room comes out, they clap, and then they help both of us out the ring. But before we left the ring, I'd asked for the microphone, and I say, Undertaker, you're no doubt, the best, greatest wrestler ever. You've proven that you still have it in you, and that you still are, the champion. And my hat's off to you. That I could never be like you in terms of having an undefeated streak, but I know that I could be the best wrestler, ever. And then he says, hit, you put everything you got me. This is like the best match I ever had in years. Blah blah blah, and that you will become a great champion one day, and you're capable of putting on a main event. You will become a main eventer. So you definitely have it in you, kid. So that's when he becomes 22-0, and then we both raise our hands up, and then the whole crowd cheering and everything like that, and that's about it. So the whole point of what I'm saying is, don't just waste Undertaker's talents like that by just having him coming in, once in every week, just have him cut promos and everything. Just only getting a few punches in. Just have him work out, have him build him up. So by the time WrestleMania comes, he'll be ready to go. He has full strength back again. Have him fight at the best of his ability, and not just have him fight at half strength. I mean, I know he's old and everything, but this at least give him a run for his money one more time. And then, just have him be inducted in the Hall of Fame. So, at least that'll be a good thing. But anyway, that's how I run things. Just a sample of it. And, like I said, to my friend, William Perez, I just only hope, you can watch, WWE again, because, it's not the same. I mean, we both watch WWE, but it's just, that, times changed and everything, in this current situation, I just, wish it doesn't feel right. It's just like back then, we used to both watch it, and then we just go back and, just, talk about what happened with wrestling, because we both were watching. But then now, I'm just, like, the only one watching it. And it's just, like, now, it doesn't feel the same to me, but I still stay true to it, so he's my friend, so I wouldn't watch it any way in the world for him. So, yeah. So, yeah, all I have to say to him is that, hopefully me and you could go to a WrestleMania one day, and both can meet the superstars, and, take pictures, because that's one of our dreams, is to meet a superstar or diva. I mean, that's everybody's dream, but that dream means more to us than it means to anybody else. It means more than a kid, making a wish for, a superstar to go see them before they die. I mean, it is more important, but it's just, but it's like, it's similar in our case, for me, Will. So, yeah. But anyway, I hope y'all like this video, and, before I go, I want to cut a little promo for William Perez, or WSP, or Mr. Friday Night Right. Am I correct? See, I know you be sitting there talking trash on, on the Facebook. Let's get this thing straight. Come December 16th, Mr. Monday Night Delight, former European champion and former ECW champion, I'm going to make a pit stop to your little house, and I'm going to beat you 1, 2, 3. You understand? Because I am the best, and you are a 0, my hero. No pun intended. No hard feelings, buddy. You're friends, but come December 16th, the gloves are off, and it's game time. So get your game face on, get that towel ready, because the big bad wolf is coming to town, and he's going to take what's rightfully his. So all I have to say is, just bring it. Just bring it. If you smell what Mr. Dark Ace is cooking. Peace.